Getting hurt on the job doesn't just cost you physically. It can cost you your paycheck, your routine, and your sense of security, all at once. Most people don't realize how much they're actually entitled to, and even fewer know how to make sure they get it. There's 4 main benefits in workers' compensation that you can pursue, and I'm going to go through each one line by line. The first, and I think the most important, is if you're hurt on the job, you don't have to have your own health insurance. You're covered. If it's a compensable claim, workers' compensation in Colorado will get you set up with the doctor and the treatment that you need. Now, one of the difficulties with that is work comp is an adversarial system. So you have an insurance adjuster that is actively looking for a way to deny your treatment. And that can be really frustrating. You may need a surgery, and the doctor may even say you need a surgery. The adjuster might deny it and argue that it's a pre-existing condition. You don't need it, or the doctor didn't follow the appropriate treatment guideline. That's a really difficult situation to be in. And although you're entitled to medical care under workers' compensation in Colorado, sometimes you need to go to hearing, and that's where having an attorney can help you get the care that you need and make sure that you recover and get better. Number 2 is if you're hurt on the job and you can't go to work, you might have some wage loss. Let's say you were working at a labor-intensive job, a restaurant, and you're lifting stuff throughout the day, you're walking around, and you really hurt your back and your neck, and you can't carry anything. You're essentially immobile. If you can't go to work, you are entitled to wage loss. It's called temporary total disability. Now, here's what kind of sucks in Colorado, is the wage loss is not dollar for dollar. You get 2/3 of what you were making. So if you were making, let's say, $1,000 a week, you get around $666.66 if you weren't able to work for that week. And that's hard. So something that an attorney can do to help with that is to make sure that your average weekly wage is actually calculated correctly. There's multiple employment that you could have that might bump that up. Or maybe the insurance company looked at a bad month where you took a couple weeks off for vacation, and they're trying to argue that your average weekly wage is lower than it otherwise would be. That's all something that an attorney can do, that our office does, to help people maximize any wage loss that they may incur. There's a little caveat, though, to this wage loss, is it continues until your treating physician through work comp places you at what's called maximum medical improvement. They use the term MMI. Once you hit maximum medical improvement, that wage loss stops, and similar to the military, you go in for a rating for that body part. So in work comp, they actually take the human body and they dice it up kind of like a pig in a butcher shop. Each body part has its own code and rating system. So for example, let's say you hurt your upper arm. That's a shoulder injury. In Colorado, if you lost your entire arm, I mean, it's off, it's amputated. There's a cap on what you can recover for it. It's called a scheduled extremity rating. It's around $88,000. It changes every year. That's approximate. But if that impacts your torso, you can now argue for what's called a whole person rating. And that's something that typically you need to get an attorney involved with. So there's all types of ways that you can contest and argue what that rating may be. But the wage loss stops. Now you get a permanent partial disability rating. And that's where your compensation comes from after the wage loss ends. So here's the thing about the permanent impairment rating. You do get a second bite at the apple. You can put in for what's called a division independent medical exam, or a DIME. And if the original rating from that treating physician that you saw, you think it's too low, you can see if another doctor agrees with that. And the process goes, you apply for the DIME, and randomly chosen 3 doctors from this list. And the insurance company gets to strike one of those doctors, you get to strike one of those doctors, and then the last remaining doctor is the one who does that second opinion exam on your rating. So where an attorney really comes into play here is knowing which doctors are a bit more biased towards the insurance company and which ones are more favorable and fair to the injured worker. If you don't know who you're dealing with, maybe you don't even want to contest that second opinion, because the doctor can also decrease that rating too. So if you have a good rating, you don't want to rock the boat, I wouldn't put in for it. So it's all types of little nuances like that where you need an attorney to help make sure that you're protected. So we've talked about medical coverage, we've talked about wage replacement, TTD, and we've talked about that permanent impairment rating. There's another pot of money that you can potentially pursue if you have scarring or disfigurement. Where you typically see this is, let's say you have a surgery. You might have some scope scar, or maybe you have a back or a leg injury and now you have an altered gait. There's all types of different ways that scarring or disfigurement can come into play. And it's something that quite often, actually more often than not, insurance companies just don't pay that out. So having an attorney there to catch that and make sure that you're compensated appropriately is really important. So those are the four elements. You get medical care, which is huge. You don't need private health insurance. You can get wage loss, at least partial wage loss. You get a permanent impairment rating similar to who get out of the military, and you can get scarring and disfigurement. Those four benefits you're entitled to. Work comp is your exclusive remedy, meaning you have to go through the work comp system. You can't sue your employer if you're injured on the job. So it's important that you pursue it. There's nothing wrong with it. You don't need to feel bad about it. You are required to do it. So again, I really encourage you, if you are hurt, to talk with an attorney. It can be us, it could be someone else. There's a lot of good attorneys in town, in this state, but making sure that you protect your rights, absolutely essential to making you whole. So how do I feel about the work comp system? Honestly, it's pretty brutal. I compare it to the VA, but it's adversarial. It's not just a big bureaucracy. It's tough. And here's the thing is, we can't change the work comp system. You are required to go through it if you're hurt on the job and you want to put in a work comp claim. But an attorney can really help you navigate it. There's all types of ways that you can get caught up and not get the compensation or the medical care that you need. So speaking with an attorney, absolutely something that you should consider doing. I strongly encourage it. A workplace injury shouldn't cost you your livelihood on top of your health. Know what you're owed and don't let anyone talk you out of it.